Hello and welcome to the practical walkthrough on the unlimited commands ret. So we are going to implement this design in this video. So open up your Visual Studio. I've updated mine to 2022, but you don't have to if you do not want. Click on Create New Project and then select C# Windows Desktop. Click on Windows Form App.NET Framework and then click the Next button. In here, let's give it a name 05-unlimited-commands-ret and select the ret projects folder. Click on Create. We are now going to set the opacity to 0, so click on the form and then select properties here and click opacity, set it to 0, hit enter. Next we are going to insert a form shown event handler. Click on events button, scroll down to shown, double click on it. Next we are going to delete all of this class here. Select all of them and hit delete. Go and download this file. We are going to put our own headers, so we delete all of this as well. Copy all of these headers here and paste it in here. Next we are going to insert the class itself, so copy everything from here until here, all of this, and then paste it in here. Right click and paste. Then click on save. I'm now going to explain the code. So in this code, we have used the enum structure instead of characters to represent command names. So the syntax is to use the enum keyword followed by the name of the enum that you want to give. For example, in this case, I've called it command. Inside, you can list down all the commands that you want. So the symbol help will represent the number 1, message is 2, and so on. In future, if you wanted to add new commands, just add it in here. I've also changed the menu. So now the menu is in numerical form instead of characters. 1 to represent help, 2 to represent message, and so on. This part is still the same. Inside here now, you will find this new line here. When the client connects, it will send a greeting message to inform the client that you are connected to the server. Type 1 for help. And here you will declare int 16. Int 16 is actually 16-bit signed integer. It's actually int as well, same as int. You can use int if you prefer. So you declare an integer called int command. So this will store the command. Then we have our usual message loop, which starts from here. And inside you will use the string reader read line to read the line that the telnet client sends and store it in the line string. And then you will pass this line string to the new function which we declare here, get command from line. So get command from line will take that line which the user telnet client sends and extract the command and save it as an integer over here. Later we will take a look at this function. And then in here, we use something new called a switch statement. A switch statement is just like an if-else statement. You have multiple cases here. So the switch will test the value of the in command, and then if it matches this one, case command help, you will execute this code. If it matches this command message, then you execute this one. So it is just like exactly like a if-else statement. You will see that there is a bracket here. This is called a cast. A cast is to temporarily convert a data type from one type to a different type. In this case, you wanted to cast this in command as a enumeration called command. This command enumeration has been declared up here. So after you have cast it as an enumeration, you can use this command.help in here to match the command that you get here. So if the user sends the message 1, then it will match command.help because command.help is 1 over here, and so on. So if the user sends 2, then it matches command.message because command.message is 2. And then inside here, you will have your usual threads, which is no different from the previous lesson. So those are the new things, and now I will explain the get command from line. So get command from line is defined here. It's a new function. The purpose of this function is to extract the command and store it and return an integer. So it receives the string command which the telnet client sends, and then from here it uses a loop to loop through the string line by character. So it will convert each string character into a character. Now remember that the string is actually not a character, it's a string. A string is a combination of characters. So this line here is to extract, this loop here, the for loop here, is to extract each element of the character of the string. Is to extract each element of the string character by character and convert it into a different data type called character, which we define here. Now this is array symbol notation. Arrays use square brackets to represent the element, and inside here you put the element that you want to extract. In this case, I can go from 0 to the string line. So the syntax for the for loop is like this. The first parameter is the initial value for the counter. I is called a counter. Whenever you use a for loop, you need to have a counter. So when it first starts, I is 0, and then as it loops on, I will be increased for every loop. So this part here, I++, means to increase the value of I by 1. So first loop, I is 0, second loop, I is 1, and then 2, and then 3, and so on. The center is the condition for exiting the loop. So I will keep on looping until this condition becomes false. So if this condition is false, that means I is now same as the string length. So string line is dot length is a property of a string which tells you the length. So dot length of any string will give you the length of the string itself. So this is how you can check that your I will be able to be compared with the string length. So the objective of this whole line here is to extract every single character from the string until the end of the string. So this is the meaning of this line. And then string builder is used to create a new string. So if you happen to find inside here, you will use a test to check if the character is a number by using the class function called char is digit. If the character happens to be a number, you are going to append the character to a string called a string builder. So you can view string builder as a kind of a special type of string. So in the end, when you finish looping, you will have the number stored in the string builder as a new string. So sometimes the user will send more than one digit. For example, it could be 12 or it could be 2, 3, 4 or something. So that's why we need to append each character to the string builder so that we'll be able to build up the multiple digit of a number. And then over here you are going to try to convert whatever string that you created, that you extracted, into a integer and store it here as an integer. Let me put it in the same line. Sometimes this conversion might fail. For example, if the character here is not a number, so you need to put in the try catch block here so that it will not crash the program when that happens. So in this case, if anything goes wrong in the conversion, the program won't crash because there's a catch block here to catch the error and then just ignore it and continue. At the end of this function, whatever is found in the integer, in this integer, will be the command, and then you will return it. So this return statement will return the command number back to the caller of this function. So the caller function is over here, so it will return to this integer and store it here as a number. Then from there you can go ahead and use a switch to test the command. So this is how the program works. In the next video we are going to compile, build it and test it out. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching.